Now that I've calmed down from my hype explosion, let's talk about Lucas! What's up guys, it's the third, and today we're going to be talking about Lucas and Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and for 3DS. We're going to be talking about how different he is in this game. We're going to be talking about how the mechanics in this game, how they benefit him, or how they might make him worse. We're going to be talking about, is he more viable than Ness? Where would he be in the tier list? What is his matchups going to be like? What do you think his combos are going to be? We're going to be talking about a lot of aspects of Lucas. We're going to be basically, essentially, getting to the core of how is Lucas going to impact the metagame. So I'm really excited for this. I really want you guys to input on this because I want to know what you guys feel Lucas will actually be when he comes out in June. I'm really excited. I'm really hyped. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys already know how hyped I actually am. Oops. But yes, I am really excited about this, and I know a lot of you guys are too. So please speculate with me, because this is like one of the funnest things to do when you are told of new characters in games. So let's go ahead and start off with how I feel he will change given the mechanic differences between Super Smash Bros. 4 and Brawl. So the main thing that really stuck out to me for at least Lucas was the rage effect. If you don't know what the rage effect is, it basically means that if you have a higher amount of percent, you'll do more knockback. So say for instance you do a forward smash at 100% versus the one at 0%. The one at 100% will have more knockback than the one at 0%. So I feel that this will benefit Lucas a lot. The reason being is because we already know that Lucas has a lot of KO potential with his smash attacks and with his forward air, and I do believe his back air also a KO power when it didn't spike. But Lucas does have his fair amount of KO moves, including his down B too. I think they KO'd, yeah, that KO'd about 125, I do believe. So when you factor in how he already had kill potential, but now he has the rage effect, I do believe that Lucas is going to be getting a lot of early kills. Especially when you consider the fact that Lucas's down smash, up smash exists. That up smash was definitely one of the most influential moves in Brawl, and I think it's one of the most iconic up smashes in Super Smash Bros. History. It was the second strongest in the game, only being behind Ivysaur's sweet spotted up smash. So it's very powerful. It's a really excellent move, and I do believe that with the rage effect, if you get a hard read on that move, especially considering rage, you're going to be getting KOs at like 70 or 65% because it is extremely strong. It also seems that that move has a bigger hitbox too, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So I do believe that the rage mechanic will really benefit Lucas in this game. I also feel that another really huge part for Lucas that will really benefit him a lot is the ledge mechanics in this game. In this game, two people can grab the ledge at once, except one person will have to just jump off the ledge. What this basically means is that Lucas can't be edge-hogged anymore, so that means that you can't just stop him from using Rope Snake, and you can't stop him from PK Thundering onto the stage, and he just doesn't fall off anymore. It's fantastic for him, especially the fact that Rope Snake is a tether recovery, which means that he actually grabs the ledge. That's going to be really, really awesome for him, because that was one of his problems. Like, his recovery wasn't the best. I mean, he did have zap jumping, which was a technique that allowed you to jump really, really high. But outside of that, he didn't really have the best of recoveries, because all you needed to do was ledge hog him. So now that you don't have that anymore, Lucas's recovery is just a lot better, and getting back to the stage isn't going to be like a huge taxing issue anymore. Also, it's a lot better than Ness's, because Ness's PK Thunder, if you hit him with something, like if he hits somebody or if a projectile interrupts it or something during your actually shooting in the PK Thunder, his momentum will actually stop and he will fall, which sucks a lot. But as we can see with him shooting himself into the what is it called, the dark matter evil thing, you can see that he actually continues to push through it, and even though he's hitting something, his momentum doesn't stop. So that what's really stood out to me, because it makes me think like, oh my gosh, his recovery is a lot better than Ness's, because it doesn't actually stop. Another thing, and I think the last thing that really like stands out for Lucas, are grab mechanics. In Brawl and in other Smash games, you could grab somebody as many times as you want, and there was no time window where you couldn't. One of the things that made Lucas an extremely low tier character in Brawl, I do believe that he was an E tier, or yeah, he was an E tier character, and he was below Ness. The reason why they were really low was because characters like Donkey Kong and Marth countered them by their ability to continuously and endlessly put Lucas into a grab combo. He could get out if you were frame perfect with it, I do believe. But basically what would happen is that Donkey Kong and Marth would grab Lucas, right? And they would take him and they would pummel him, right? But Lucas, when he gets released from that grab, he's in range for those two to grab him again. So basically all you needed to do was grab him, pummel him real quick, and then once he was like, he had a lot of ending lag on that too for whatever reason. And because there was so much ending lag and because he was right in range of getting grabbed again, it was easy to just re-grab him again and just keep pummeling him. And you could do that over and over and over again up until Lucas was in KO %. So all Marth needed to do was just up throw, or Donkey Kong just needed to back throw you. So they actually had hard counters in Brawl. But now that grab mechanics are different, Lucas doesn't have to go through that anymore. Now he can just get out of grab combos quickly if they pummel him or whatever, and now he's able to reset the neutral and keep on going. And he doesn't have to worry about getting 0 to death anymore, and that's just one of the best things ever, and I'm really, really glad, because that was one of the hugest issues for Lucas is in tournament. All the other person had to do was just pick Marth and get a grab, and they would lose. Like, it was horrifying. But that is not around anymore, so that basically makes him a lot better of a character too. A lot more viable. Now let's talk about the differences between his moves. It seems like the biggest difference for me, at least, is his neutral air. That was one of my favorite moves in Brawl, and my favorite move on Lucas. It just looked cool, but it also did a lot of shield pressure because it hit, I do believe, 9 times. It was one of my favorite moves with his. I do believe you can short hop auto cancel it. Really awesome move. In this game, it's sort of a buff, but it's also a nerf too. It only hits 5 times, but it looks like it also has a little bit more knockback. So I know that's like a double-edged kind of thing. I would rather have it so that it hits multiple times, like how it did in Brawl. I mean, 5 is still okay, but the more it hits boxes, the better. But, I mean, more knockback, that means it'll be a lot better remove for edge guarding. So, neutral air, I hope it still short hop auto cancels. If it doesn't, then that's going to be a really big problem, because I don't think that approaching with fair is going to be a good thing, especially if that doesn't auto cancel. But if both of those moves auto cancel, especially Nair, then Lucas will be just fine. He'll have a lot better of a neutral game than he did in Brawl, I do believe. It also seems that his side B, his PK Fire, I'm not sure if this was just a timing thing, but it looks like it broke through the super armor. It broke through the super armor on Charizard's the Rock Smash. It was amazing, actually, when I saw that, because I'm like, oh, isn't he supposed to, like, not flinch? But he flinched anyway, so I'm not sure if Lucas, for some reason, has a PK Fire that goes through super armor, but if so, I mean, Little Mac and other characters with super armor better watch out for that PK Fire. I mean, dang, if it actually breaks through super armor, that's going to be pretty influential, because the only thing that can actually do that are grabs and command grabs. There's nothing else can actually break through the super armor, I do believe, if it's actual super armor. So that's going to be, like, huge if it actually goes through super armor, because, I mean, that's a really big deal. Like, there's no other moves that actually do that besides grabs. It also seems that his down throw berries. When I looked at this the first time, I was extremely hyped. I mean, because I thought that it was actually a burying effect. It seems to now just be a visual effect, which I guess I'm okay with, because one thing that I really want is a combo throw. And it seems like that is a combo throw, because as you can see, he's down throwing to nairing the Mega Man, so the Mega Man is actually just taking like full on combo damage, and that's really something that I do believe a character needs, is grab combos. I'm not sure if it's going to be KOing anymore though. I hope it does have KO power like how it did in Brawl, because that was one of his kill throws. Hopefully he has that still. Plus with Rage, that's going to be extremely dangerous too. But if he doesn't, I mean, that's going to be sucking a lot. I mean, it is good that he has a combo throw. I do believe it's better that he has a combo throw than besides a kill throw, but a kill throw plus a combo throw would be also a really good combination. So hopefully it does. If it doesn't, I mean, that sucks. But I actually don't think it's full on berries. I actually don't think that anymore. It doesn't seem like they would do that, and it seems that Mega Man is like just jumping out immediately. So and he's in hit stun, so he can't really be buried if he is doing the thing. So not necessarily sure on that one though. Oh, also his down tilt. His down tilt is very awesome, it seems. It seems like his down tilt is as awesome as it was in Brawl. In Brawl, what it was, a kill setup actually was to forward air to do 2 down tilts. I think down tilt actually jab locked, and then you can forward smash somebody. or just 2 down tilts to a forward smash. Usually always connected, so. Looking at Lucas's frame data, it seems that he has the same forward smash. It says that he has 15 frames of startup on it versus 14 frames in Brawl, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to matter as much. I mean, it is just 1 frame. But, I mean, hopefully it doesn't. I mean, hopefully it's still, that's a thing that you can still do. It looks like you can act immediately out of it, so I do believe that's going to be a huge part of Lucas's game play. And that actually leads into my next topic, which is him and Ness. So, when you consider these things that I've talked about so far, and you consider Ness, I mean, okay, let's already look at Ness. Ness made a huge improvement. Like a huge, ginormous improvement in this game compared to how he was in Brawl. He made out of every character that improved, I do believe that Ness is probably the one that improved the absolute most. Everything just went in Ness's favor, it seems. It seems like it's the best that Ness can actually possibly be. So, I really hope that they do that for Lucas. I can already see that Lucas is going to be viable, right? Now, when it comes to him and Ness, it seems to me that Lucas is going to have a lot better of a ground game because he can actually do things like short hop PK fires, short hop nairs, short hop forward airs to approach safely, and retreating forward airs, things like that. I mean, I know Ness can do those things too, but with that PK fire added there, that's going to be a lot better for his neutral game, and I think it'll give him a lot better of a ground game. I don't think he's going to have nearly as good of an air game as Ness has. Ness's air game is pretty phenomenal, and it's mostly because of his forward air hitting multiple times, and because Lucas doesn't have that, he just has that kick. I don't think he's going to have nearly as good as an air game as Ness has. Plus, I hope they don't keep his down air the way it is. I hope they improve that one, and I hope back air is a lot better of a move, because even though it did spike in Brawl, it just was not that good, because he had to like just start up the kick, and it still looks bad actually. He has to actually just and that takes a long time, and it's just like if you're trying to keep momentum and be fast, something like that, it kind of contradicts the whole thing of moving quickly in the air and having quick moves. If it takes a while, it's not going to be as good. So it seems like his only good aerial moves, if I'm assuming they're going to keep them the same, are going to be his forward air, his neutral air, his up air, and that's about it. So only 3 of his arrows, 3 of the 5 of his aerials. I mean, I guess that's okay, but that basically means that Ness would have a lot better of an air game. In terms of KOing, I don't think... See, Ness will have an easier time KOing because of his back throw. His back throw is extremely influential, and you can't not admit that like that's one of the easiest kill options in the game. It's just grabbing somebody and throwing them backwards at like 100%, even earlier with rage, and then they're just gone. Yeah, that's irreplaceable. That's like one of the best KO options. So I don't think that Lucas is going to have a better time KOing than Ness does. However, he is going to have an easier time getting, well, I think he would have an easier time getting grabs because of how long Rope Snake is. That's also another buff. His Rope Snake seems a lot longer. So it seems that, I mean, his grab seems a lot longer. So hopefully he does have a kill throw, because along with that range, I think that'll give him another KO option. Otherwise, it's not going to be easy to KO with Lucas, it seems, if he doesn't have that KO throw or another one of his moves that comes out fast and has a lot of knockback. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen. I hope that down throw, if it doesn't have a KO, if it's not a KO move, I hope that you can combo to a KO move. So you can go for like down throw to up air and it kills. You know, I hope that's the case, or an air or something like that. Return to recovery, I do believe that Ness is going to have a worse recovery than Lucas. Lucas is going to be having a far better recovery by all means because of PK Thunder. Like I said in the beginning, Ness's momentum stops when he hits something and Lucas's doesn't. And Lucas also has a tether. And Lucas's PK Thunder hits multiple times, so it's harder to actually edgeguard that. Even though I don't know why anyone would ever, in the right mind, try to edgeguard a Ness in the middle of his PK Thunder. But you know what I'm saying. So characters like Villager and Rosalina just don't totally eliminate Lucas's chance of recovering. At least he has a chance to get back unlike Ness. So, is he going to be better than Ness? I'm going to say they're going to be about even. And in terms of the tier list, I do believe they're going to be in nearly the same exact spot. Considering how much better of an aerial game Ness has, I do believe he'll be slightly better. But it really just depends on what they do to the rest of Lucas's moves that we haven't seen so far. If they keep the moves that are good, and they keep the ones that are bad and they improve them, like how they did with Ness, then you're gonna have a lot better of a character. If not, then he's definitely gonna be a lot worse. Yeah, you can already tell. My only concern are the aerials. That's the only thing I'm really concerned about. So he's gonna be viable. He's gonna be having an even time with like compared to Ness, maybe even. But his matchups, how is it gonna be on matchups? I don't think that Lucas is going to have an easy time with characters like Sheik and Diddy and Rosalina and Villager, but I do believe with everywhere else, I don't see Lucas having a huge problem, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not seeing Lucas having a huge problem because hurt box isn't that huge. He has PK Fire. He has grab combos. He has a pretty good recovery, it seems. It looks like he's going to have an easier time in this game than how he did in the last game because, like I said, he's not going to be having any grabbing shenanigans, and you can't just edge hog him now. So I do believe that he's going to have some pretty favorable matchups all across the board. Now, in terms of custom moves, I hope what they do with Mewtwo also is I hope they give him custom moves. You know what I'm saying? I hope they don't just give him the ones that Ness has. I hope they actually give him stuff like PK life up or healing or I don't know what did Kumatorma have? She had PK Freeze, PK Thunder, PK Fire. What else she had? She had PK I don't know, Beam, PK Beam or PK. What was the other one? Flash, Rockin' Flash, Thunder, Fire, Freeze, Starstorm, and Life Up Healing. I guess there wasn't that many. I guess you can't give him too many extra things, but I do hope he has different customs than what Ness has because I mean there is a lot of potential here. Well, pretty much. I hope they like give him something else that isn't just Ness's moves or vice versa because what's the point besides the So I hope they do that with his customs. In terms of his Final Smash, I hope that they make his PK Starstorm cooler. Or I hope they do something that's not even PK Starstorm. I hope they do something cool like Needle Pull. Like how... Well, no, I'm not going to spoil anything. But Needle Pull would be pretty freaking awesome. Because everyone knows how awesome Needle Pulls are. Whoosh! I mean, that was pretty cool. I mean, that seems pretty Final Smash worthy, Nintendo. I mean, I'm not trying to, tell you to do anything or anything, but I mean, that was some pretty astronomical events that happened there, and a Smash Ball does seem like it would activate said events. So, I mean, if you want to take that into consideration, I mean, that'd be pretty cool. But if not, I mean, it's your potential that you're not using, but okay, whatever. So I do believe that Lucas is going to be a really good character. I don't think there's anything I haven't really... Well, yeah, I think I pretty much got everything. Yeah, so what do you guys feel about Lucas? Do you feel that he's going to be viable? Do you feel he's not going to be viable? What problems do you think are going to rise with Lucas? Do you think that Lucas is going to have some huge issue? Like, what moves do you want to see that Lucas has? Like, combos, things like that. What do you want to see from Lucas? How do you think he's going to impact this game? That's really the most important thing. How do you think he's going to impact Smash 4? Because Lucas is going to be here forever. I mean, that's... Wow. Lucas made it to 2 Smash games. 2 Smash games Lucas made it to, man. Project M, but 2 Smash games, I mean, that's pretty awesome. I just hope they localize Mother 3. I mean, that'd be pretty cool, because everyone wants that across the world. I don't know, a single person in America that doesn't want Mother 3 localized. Anyway, so yeah, this has been Mother 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give your input. I really want to see and hear what you guys have to say. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm so hyped for Lucas. I can't wait till June. And yes, expect undefeatable on him, and I am going to main him. Yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and goodbye.